Hey guys, well, my wife's got me out here working again. Today I've been tasked with getting the new bees ready to go in their new homes out on the stand. We've got 3 nukes, and a nuke is a hive of bees that you buy that's already established. It usually comes 4 or 5 frames, and then in a small box. And then you'll see them. Then you put them in a bigger box as they grow. Well, when you first get a nuke, you really got to feed them, keep them going. And a lot of people use high fructose sugar or regular sugar. Luckily, I've got some excess honey, and we're going to dilute it 1-to-1, and I'm going to put it in these jars here and make bee feeders out of them. For those that you don't know what bee feeders are, all right, I think that'll do it. As I was editing this video, I realized that a lot of the people that watch my channel are machinists and don't know anything about bees or feeders or what parts of the hive. So this is just a little quick introduction for my friends that don't know about bees. There are several parts to a hive. This is what they call a bottom board. And down here in Texas it gets really hot, so a lot of times I'll use these bottom boards as a screen. It also helps to keep any hive beetles or anything. They can drop through this screen and out of the hive. And sometimes it's easier for the bees to clean up. This goes on the bottom, and then you start having hive boxes. They go on top, and sometimes I get these as high as 10 boxes tall. I only use the mediums anymore, and that kind of was a problem for these nukes. I didn't even think about it. It's been so long since I bought a nuke, but the nukes came in full frames. And you can see there's quite a bit of difference. Well, I like these boxes because I'm getting old, and when you have these things full of honey, they weigh a lot. These are so that they're just unruly for me. So we stopped using these a long time ago, and I don't use a mix of the large and small anymore because I don't put excluders or screens in the middle of a hive to keep the queen from going up and laying. Our queens go everywhere, and we pick through the frames. Find you get a lot more honey that way. So we like to be able to put our frames anywhere in the hive, and so I phased these out over the years. There's also, if you notice, different colors and kinds of frames. This is a plastic sheet that's been embossed with a honeycomb. It's got a little coating of beeswax on it, and the bees will take this and draw it out to where it's out past the edge of this wood. When they draw it out that far, they then can put eggs in them, or pollen or honey or whatever they're doing. It's their storage system. This one's black. Some people think they work better on black. I've never really noticed a difference. This one is real beeswax. It's got these little grid lines in it that are wires that keep this from sagging and falling when it gets hot. The one that I use mostly is these plasticels. It's a yellow grid. I usually make up my own frames and then insert that in them. It's just different methods. Some hives don't even have these at all. But this is the most commercialized method for being able to extract honey. All right, I was talking about bee feeders and why I build them the way I do. I don't have a top. I'm not going to go get one, but I'll show you the feeders. I put a top cover on this, and then I drill a hole back here, and then I put a jar right on top of it. The reason I do it this way anymore is because I find that the bees can guard their hive better. They come in over here and have to go all the way through the hives, and maybe 2 or 3 boxes tall to get to where the honey supply or the sugar water or whatever I'm using is. The other method is to use a bee feeder that goes right here, just kind of hooks in there. And they make different kinds. This one's metal, that one's plastic. I find the plastic ones are easier to take care of and clean out. This has got a lot of nooks and crannies in there, and usually I just throw them away after a while, but I don't even use them anymore. This holds a quart jar over here. And when I do this, I put the entrance over here so it's as far away as possible from that, because other bees will try to come in and steal that. You know, it's like protecting your really good mill bits. You hide them in the back of the tool cabinet so nobody steals them. Well, that's 2 methods of doing it. The method that our bees came with in their nukes are these Hive Feeders. They fit inside the box right here, and you fill it up full of sugar water, and that's where the bees go to get the material to build out your frames. After a hive gets established, we don't feed them anymore, but I can probably feed these for 2 or 3 months, and then when they get a couple boxes, they'll be on their own. I don't like these because bees drowned in them. There's no way to climb out of this thing when you're all sticky. Over the years, people do many things. The nukes that we received had these in them, and they had taken some shavings out of, sticks and stringers of shavings off the sides of bark and stuck in here so the bees could at least try to get out. And then somebody came up with these things. They're called ladders. They fit down inside, and the bees can go down in here and climb out. You got to open up your hive to put food in these. These work okay. I don't have that many bees dying. These work okay for not killing bees too, but I do have more problem with robbing going on with those. So frankly, this is a pain in the rear end. I like my hole. I simply cut in the top and stick that in. All right, guys, that's basic bee feeding and parts of a hive 101. We now return you to your regularly programmed video already in progress. The new bees need food, and they can go out and get their own, but we're going to help them along and get them stronger faster by feeding them. Now, there's many ways to feed a bee, and over the years I've come down to one way that I like the best. I buy these quart jars and I punch some holes in the lid, and then I put the sugar water or honey. Today we're going to use honey diluted 1:1, and I cut a hole in the top of an old top, and then we put that just like that. And after we're feeding them, we put a block on top to keep it from, after about a month, we stop feeding, and we put a block of wood on top, and they seal it up, and it's ready to go. So my wife wants me to hurry up and finish, so I'm going to start working on these real quick. First off, I need a hole in this one. First off, I need a battery. Let's try that again. Little wimpy batteries. More power. So now I can take it, put this on top. So I like this. I take and make my own jars. It's cheap. Take a lid, take a hammer, and get you a nail, and then you punch holes. See? Now those little tiny holes allow the liquid to stay in until the bees drink from them. Let's do a couple more. Don't punch your holes too big. Honey, load them up and we'll be ready to go. You need a little bossing around, yeah. Carry that whole bucket over there. It's got producers and everything.
What was that?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said you might want to carry that whole bucket over. It's easier.
Being bossy again?
Being bossy again. This is called they're giving you good advice. See, I cut my
Good advice was
off.
when people told me to just leave your little ass.
Oh yeah. When does that happen?
About 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Hi, y'all.
Well, just a minute. You need to. My wife would like to say something.
Hi, y'all.
Well, this is a first in a long time. The three little boxes are nukes. They're cardboard, plasticized cardboard.
We are going to have a nuke.
We're going to have a nuke. The three boxes on the right are deeps. And unfortunately, we didn't have any deeps because we went all to mediums. So my wife had to run to the bee store this morning. Bee Weaver's a good place. And get 3 cedar. It's all I'll ever use.
These are cypress.
Cypress. Yeah, not cedar. They don't rot. And see, we have the new Vanna White
Beeswax.
beeswax. Which, yeah, you're all right. You got it all made.
I do. I got a second job lined up.
All right.
Okay.
So, what do we need?
What do we need? We need
got
the
3
spacer.
tops.
Where's
We
the
got
spacer?
3.
Spacer? I think I brought
Need
it
the
out.
spacer.
Thought I had brought it out and maybe left it down there.
It's on top.
Yeah.
Fish came out and painted the stand. She missed the bottom part of the legs.
Did I really? Oh, well, you didn't say much about that.
That's why I left all that dirt open so you could do that.
Well, I kicked the dirt back up there.
What I do is I put the hives in the middle and put them all in the
Yeah,
middle.
they do need to be in the center.
Yeah.
So excited I'm not thinking straight.
Just what we need to do is just bring that box in its bottom over here.
I want to make sure the little emblem is out. Yes, make the landing pad. You were in the way. So, fix that. Can you turn that? I can't really stand over there where you are.
Okay. Now we need an entrance reducer.
Did you explain the entrance reducer?
I didn't, but I will. These are just, here, y'all need to come closer. Can't see over here.
You can't see me in all my glory.
See you in all your glory.
Interest reducer. Okay.
All right, Lucy, you've got some explaining to do. What's an interest reducer?
The interest
Hold on
reducer.
one second.
Oh,
Make sure you're in frame. Okay.
the interest reducer's function is to make the area the bees go in and out smaller. That means they don't have to protect such a large area from stronger hives of other bees. In the summertime, you'll just get rid of it because they need the air. And then in the wintertime, you can close it up way down low.
Just a stick.
It's a stick.
If you buy it at a bee store, it's an expensive stick.
No, it's not that expensive.
More than the
It's more than the free
it's
stick.
more than the free stick.
Okay.
All right, you're ready.
Well, we're going to need something to cut the tape. They taped them.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me see.
please stand by. These bees came from the box and everything started out in Florida, but they came from a company called Bee Weaver. Tish used to work for them for 4 years, I think.
Excellent source of getting bees and queens and equipment, lessons. None better.
Yeah,
All right, there we go.
I got my hands full.
Oh, well, you're doing my job. My fun job.
What?
Smoking the hell out of them.
I'm gonna smoke the hell out of them.
All right. Hey, girls.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, they gave us feeder. Yes, they did.
They have a feeder.
And it looks like a stick down there or something.
Yeah, all those feeders. They just drowned them. You guys see?
But a lot of the bees are going to be down in there.
Hard to see what you see when I've got a hood on.
A nuke is a mini hive. It comes with 4 frames and a feeder. It's got about 2 pounds of bees and your queen in it. The advantage of a nuke is that the bees have been in here for a little while. The queen should already be laying. They should already be drawing out some comb. It's not like, it's kind of like a little mini hive, and all you have to do is pick up the frames and insert them into your hive box. Like my assistant here. If you can get the, there he goes. And everything is just nice and slow and easy. Got it? Hopefully. Now all the bees will go back to their hive because they're going to smell their queen. And each queen smells differently, and the bees will go to their queen. If they try to go into a different hive,
Hold the box so I can pick
Hold
all
it.
3 of them.
There's a large one down there on the ground. I hope that's not our queen. And you see, you just kind of, she was really big, honey. I'm really concerned that was.
Where is she?
It was on the floor.
Of what?
The box.
Which box?
This box. The
Well, then
hive
she's
body.
in there.
Well, yes, but she looked like she was damaged.
I
Like
do.
she was having a hard time.
All stuck together.
We need a hive tool.
Okay.
We should be looking to see if we see her. Can you pick them up and...
What we're going to do is stick this one in, this feeder in.
Okay.
She may be in there.
Well, we should have looked in all the frames while you put them in. There's not
I
even...
can't see without
There's not
the
any
glasses.
food in there.
I know it.
Yeah, well, I could
So-
see. She's blue. This year, each year the queens are marked. And you can tell how old your queen is by what color she is marked.
Okay.
This year is blue.
You grab the top, put the hole, get the top.
Oh.
You want the hole to the back over
I
here.
really wanted to look for her. Go ahead.
If we don't find her, we don't find her. I'd rather. Okay.
And we will leave this one down here underneath so the stragglers will hopefully go back up to their queen.
Grab some honey and put it in the hole. We wipe off that.
Yeah. And ta-da! A hive of bees. Happy home. All right.
Let's let them settle for a minute.
Okay, well, we'll put this up because we're going to have to do that with the others. So we might as well take out our next one from here. Well,
I'll take the traducer off till they go inside.
I would really like to try to see if I see the queen in there before you just start putting all in. So how do you want to set this up? Spaced all the way or just together?
Put one in the middle and one on each end so you can have some room to work.
Okay.
You put 6 stands on this, hives on this stand. For my friend in Australia, we're going to put the patio bar up here and the dance floor over there.
No one under 21, right?
No bee under 21. Of course, in the summer, most bees only live about 21 days.
Well, never mind.
Well, that's about 21 days.
Well, don't tell them.
Alright, let's get ready to do this. You guys can come watch.
Hi, y'all. The only part I know.
It's the only part you know, huh?
Good girl,
Okay.
you don't belong in this box, so just buzz off.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
No.
Get this
You want to
over.
smoke them a little bit?
And I'd like to have a. If they're okay, I don't want to smoke them. Too much smoke, you know.
No.
If you
I
would
love
hand
smoking.
me a, I know you love smoking. If you would hand me
Oh.
a jar, and then get the lid laying here ready to go, so we can just do this quickly.
These lids are so heavy. What'd you make them out of?
Just lay it on the ground right here, or lean it up against there so you can just grab it. No, let me have that.
What? Okay. Ready? Ready? Hi. Well, this one, they put a bunch of sticks down in here. At least they seem to be a little bit more sound asleep.
Yeah, until I open them up here.
Really stuck.
Yeah.
I should have brought a tool. I have something that would be kind of like a tool.
Are we going to send these boxes back?
Yeah, we can. We don't need to
Okay.
keep them.
Well, I meant destroy them or not.
You can destroy them. They don't. They keep some of them if
Wait
they're
a
nice
minute.
and clean.
Is that a cage down in there? A queen?
Sure looks like it. Damn, I hope she's not down to drown. They're supposed to be loose.
Well, they put this stuff in here. Can you grab it?
No? Yes. Well, there's nobody in there, but
She get
yeah,
out?
she must have been out. She must have been
Okay.
out. Okay.
They put this stuff in these feeders so the bees can get out.
She's already laying in there. That's good. Good, good, good. Okay.
Here.
I'm trying to see. I don't see her, but you can see where they've already built out.
Yeah. Got honey and all kinds of goodies in there.
Look like she. Let me see. Not on that side. Let me see this side. She might have been on that first one. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna put my little 12. Okay.
Get the lid.
Munch, munch. Go, girls. Out there by your little box. All right. Bottom board number 2.
Actually, it looks like you know what you're doing when you have a plan, you know. Needs to be a little bit to the house. Yeah, make sure we keep them the same orientation. Big drone.
I don't need drones.
Everybody needs drones.
Nobody needs a drone.
Drones are cool. No, don't do it that way. Do turn around. Keep the same orientation. These clipped?
Probably not. The queens? Probably not. I don't mind if they're not clipped. I do like them marked. This, you can just slide it in place. Hive tool. That's not a hive tool. That's a spacer.
Well,
frame
it's a
spacer.
frame spacer.
All right, dump your beads.
Do you use it? I need your lid ready.
Got the lid ready as soon as you're done.
Oh, ready.
You want the hole in the back.
The holes in the back. Holes in the back so the honey can be protected.
You got anything to wipe that up? No, this one seems to be. Oh.
See, we hardly used any smoke.
I know.
And
I'll have to use it on you now. Now we leave them alone for about 2 days. Then we come back, make sure the queen is there, or at least there's presence of eggs, and everybody's happy.
does that include me?
Your happiness is not a requirement.
Turn it, yeah.
Okay. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
All right.
Now, this was the easy part. Don't you agree?
It was easy. Whoa!
Tripod down, tripod down.
Good thing the camera wouldn't have
As a
changed.
little farmer would say, are you okay?
Are you okay? No! No!
Those all are going to come over here so we can take care of the grass a little bit. I'm going to take some pieces of plywood, treated 3/4 inch plywood, and cut it to where it goes underneath here so we can kind of have some weed control, won't have to weed eat under it. It's inside of the nukes. Everybody's set up with a feeder. So you can see that feeder, you know how much they've drank, and you just walk up and pop another one on top.
It also reduces robbing.
That's the big thing. See, these bees have to come through that hole right there to get over there.
Much stronger, way right
Yeah.
over there. It'll be
They'll
just
attack
happy to
them.
steal that.
That's why I don't really care for the porch feeders.
At this point, these hives are so small, they could not defend the hive if those other bees decide to come over.
Oh, look,
So,
what is that? That is a bee weaver sticker. Right there.
oh,
We need to pour some water in the ant traps now.
I think we put some
Well, you can put oil in it, water,
Didn't we?
anything you want. No, we didn't. Hopefully these bees will.
use your Mountain Dew. They'll go up there.
Yeah, they will.
Fabulous bees.
See, we didn't have to smoke hardly anything but
I
that
know,
first
it's
one.
disappointing.
No, it is not. All right, on to the next project.